Hi beauties, it's Jean Piersanti with Beauty and the Stamper, and I'm going to make a card today. I'm going to show you how I made this super cute card. So let's go ahead, it's fast, it's easy. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using this Jars of Love. I'm going to be using this Hello here. And then I think I'm going to decorate the envelope with this little guy here. So let's go ahead and get out what we need. This jar set is so adorable, but I really love this little hello stamp. So I'm going to set that off to the side. I'm also going to be using the Dragonfly Dreams, and I'm going to be using this little bee, and I'm going to be using this guy as well. So we'll get those out. And then I'm going to be using the little note cards and envelopes. So let's go ahead, and first things first, they're already scored. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my bone folder here and really burnish that down so that it's nice and flat. And see how it stays flat rather than popping back up. So I've got those. I'm going to set this off to the side now. I also have just a white piece of cardstock here, and I'm just grabbing that. And it's just a simple white piece of cardstock. I'm going to give you the measurements here. It is 3.5 by 2, and then I've also cut some cardstock. I've cut some Daffodil Delight here, and that one is cut at 3 3/4 by 2 1/4, and then I also cut some Basic Gray, and that one is at 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. So these are the 3 pieces, and let's go ahead and do our stamping. These are just going to be set aside for mounting. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my paper here, and the first thing I want to do is the outline of my bee, and I want to put him right about there. And then also my hello, and I'm going to put him just above that. And I love this because you can just make it all nice there. Then I'm going to put this down, and that's going to grab those stamps. And you saw how that pulled up. I'm just going to put magnets there to hold it in place. And then I'll save this one for later. So I'm going to then get some black. I'm just going to use a Memento black for this. And just go ahead and ink that up. So I'm going to put some ink on there, and then I'm going to close it. And see how with that magnet the paper stayed down. There's still a little bit here that I want to get much darker. So this one looks pretty good, but I'm going to still ink both of them up again, especially that little bee. We'll do the hello, but really get that little bee. And then when I push it down again, it's going to go in that exact same spot. And I'm sure you've seen these if you stamp at all. If not, it's just a stamp positioning tool, so you can go back and forth. This one I've had for a while. I need to purchase that Stamparatus by Stampin' Up. It makes this one look like, whoo, man. So there we go, and now you can see that it's much darker and it's all in the same place. So then I'm going to just take these off, and I'm going to remove that for a minute. And then I'm just going to grab a little baby wipe here. Sorry about that. Just going to grab a little baby wipe and clean this little guy off. And then I'll also clean around it. And then these are ready to go back in or to be used again. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go back in now with some yellow. So I'm going to put this one down here, and I want to line up this little bee guy to fit right inside the bee here. Now this one is a little hard because it's clinging to my fingernail. So that's that. There we go. And then this little hello, I want it to be off center just a little bit to give a little yellow outline. So now I've lined that up. I can go back down here, lift it back up, put that paper in the position that I want it, which I already had it, but for some reason I lifted it. And then I'm going to go back through with some Daffodil Delight. I'm going to ink that guy up there. This is really nice and juicy, so I should only have to do it one time there. Then I'm just going to push that down, and that's going to color in your butterfly and give that little hello an outline there. See that? Perfect. So I don't think I need to do this a second time because it came out really nice. Then again, you're just going to clean up your stamps and put them away. And while I have the ink and everything out, I'm going to go find that, I'm going to put this off to the side. I'm going to find that stamp set, here it is, the Jars of Love. And as I'm putting the hello away, I'm looking for that little ribbon. It looks like it's in this one. Do you see it? Is it not in here? What am I missing? That little ribbon. Oh, here it is. I kept seeing it as a flower. So there we go. I haven't used that one before. It's a little bit sticky there. So I have never done this part before, but we're going to try and do this on an envelope because I do have to make a lot of these. So if I could get this to work, that would be great. So I'm going to stick this right in the corner. And then I want this how do I want this? Actually, I think what I'm going to do is go like this instead. Let's put this in the corner. Because I just realized some of these little things are hanging off. I think it would work better like this. To make it look like it's kind of tied the envelope flap down. So to hold those flaps down, I'm going to just put this like that. Then I'm going to go with the Daffodil Delight. Make sure you set it up the right way. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to ink that little guy up. And push it right down. And of course, if you don't have one of these guys, you could always just use a clear block. So see there, it looks like it's nice and tied on there. It's got the little overhang. Really cute. If you wanted to, you could also do that in the envelopes and use the little bee and stick another bee in the corner here. Alright, so now I'm going to set this aside because I'm going to go back and do my other envelopes, and I already have this all positioned, so we'll just save that. So let's go ahead. We've got all our pieces stamped and everything. Let's go ahead and put them together. I'll put my ink away, and then we'll go ahead and get the card started. So I've got my folded card here, these two pieces, and then I've got the card that I stamped. So very quick, very easy. Just going to go ahead and use my Snail adhesive and put this right on here. I love when it's all measured up nicely because you really only have to make sure that make sure that the top and the bottom and the side and then the other side is just going to fit nice and perfect there. So if you make sure this and this kind of are the same size, and then we're going to do this piece. The layering just gives it a little bit of extra like oomph. You could, if you wanted to, just like with the white piece, stamp it right here, and you've got your card. But I like the way this looks to add a little background and really block it in there. So then there's that. Next thing I'm going to do is I see where this white is. I'm going to take this. I'm just going to go across and down on each side. You could also go down in the middle. And then what we're going to do is I have some baker's twine here. I'm just going to roll out a piece and cut that there. This particular baker's twine, you guys, I got from one of the paper pumpkins. So I had so much left over. So I'm just going to hold that down in the back there. And now that it's on that, it's just going to stick. And I'm just going to go around. Don't be afraid to overlap. And I'm going to go around 4 times and then stick that in the back. Go back, get my Snail adhesive, go down to the bottom and the top, a little bit on the sides. Then you could just do it like this, but I like to hold the string down and just put a little bit of tape over the string as well. And now you're going to take this and line this one up. And there is that card, and it's really cute already, really nice, and can go like that. But I'm also going to take some of these little white sequins. They've already got the glue on them. So I'm going to take those off, and I'm just going to stick a few just in random places. And there you go. Now it's got the card and the envelope, and it's ready to go. You could use it now, or again, flip that backwards throw that in there, and you've got your card ready to go whenever you want. All right, beauties, if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I would love to show you more. And if you wanted to order any of the stuff I used here today, go ahead and go to my Stampin' Up website, and I'll put that link right down below. All right, make sure you share this with your friends, you guys. It's been a pleasure sharing my stamping with you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.
1, 2, 3